Welcome to Talking Point with Stephen Taylor. It's good to have you along. And today, a good friend of mine, but somebody that is not, well, known all over South Africa and around some places of the world as well. Mr. Darren, how are you, sir?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for inviting me on.
Good to have you here, man.
Thank you.
So, tell us about your life before, because I mean, we know you as Darren, the singer, you know, sometimes dabbling in acting as well. Where did you grow up? Where did it all begin for you?
Grew up in Pretoria. I suppose it all began with my parents asking me to sing at every children's party that existed.
Oh, really?
Whether it be my brothers or whatever, or sisters, whatever. I used to sing for all these different parties, and they used to wake me up at night when they came back with their friends and asked to wake me up, and I had to sing Jerusalem at the piano or Moloch in Thai, whatever. So it was that kind of stuff, and then I never really took it seriously. And in school, as punishment, they never used to cane me. Those days, I still caned at school.
I know. Did you get any canes?
Yeah, plenty.
Me too, eh?
But till they found out I could sing, and then they made me sing in front of them, because they knew I've always been kind of a shy, believe it or not.
Wow.
So they used to make me sing in front of the school, and all my friends, and that was punishment enough.
Hectic, man. So where did you go to school?
Littleton Manor High School.
Where's that in
Littleton Manor Primary School. Yeah, in Pretoria, in Centurion, Old Littleton.
So English, Afrikaans school?
It was an English school. My dad's Afrikaans and my mother's from Zimbabwe. She's English.
Oh, wow.
So we grew up kind of bilingual. I think families on weekends was definitely Afrikaans, mostly. My mother's got a very small family. My father's got the normal, large Afrikaans family from those days. So yeah, it was a lot of Afrikaans on weekends, and in the week school was English, and yeah.
So you basically grew up English? Kind of, in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you started, your first albums or first music that you released were in English, which I didn't know. Tell us about that.
Yeah, in 1995, who spotted me? Oh, I think it could have been Lance James, definitely played quite a role.
Yes.
Lance James and Matt Herter. I was singing at Matt Herter's place, and a guy called Billy Forrest was there, the old singer Billy Forrest. And he saw me sing, and he took me, and we recorded a couple of songs. My first CD was recorded in 1995, For Your Precious Love.
Isn't Lance James more country?
Yeah, but they all thought I was going to be a country singer. They wanted to send me to America straight away. Yeah. So they all thought I actually spent time in Nashville in 97. Where are we now? 1997. Could be.
20 years ago?
Yeah, I spent time in Nashville, spent a little while there, and went around to all the writing bars. Went to some performances. I actually went into the Grand Ole Opry, met Olivia Newton-John, sneaked my way into the backstage. Wow. Met Olivia Newton-John, the Mavericks, Peter Frampton, all those guys then. And I had fun there, but then I just missed South Africa too much.
How is Olivia Newton-John in real life? How is she? Cool.
Yeah.
She's from Australia, right?
Australia, yeah. But I think she's so Americanized now.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is 20 years later, so maybe she's back in Australia now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was quite a lacquer journey, and then I came back, did another 2 English albums, and then I met a guy called Kwesi van Niekerk, who heard a demo of mine.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Owner of Select Music.
There we go. Yeah. And I've met him. You introduced me to him.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And he convinced me, he said, listen, you actually half Afrikaans, why don't you start writing Afrikaans songs? And when I started writing Afrikaans songs, I realized I could write melodies, and I could write stories and whatever, and the rest is history. We just started writing our own stuff, myself, him, and a guy called Aaron Kleinans, who's now head of Select Music. And it's just been a great journey from there, Since then, Select Music sold to Sony, so I'm now a Sony artist.
Oh, hectic, man. So tell me about the journey of making music. Do you write your own music?
Okay. So I write my own music. I always sit with couple of, like, Adams and Kwesi have always played a big role. Hemel Tafelberg, Kaptein, Staan Op, Voorwaarts Mars, all those big songs we wrote, the 3 of us.
So Hemel Tafelberg is your song?
Yeah.
That's hectic. Yeah. One of my favorite songs, by the way. Just a beautiful song.
No, 95% of the songs we've recorded, we've written. Okay. Yeah. So, it's just been a couple that maybe got another writer in or whatever.
Who did I've always wanted to know this, Darren. Who did the original of Heidi?
How do you mean the original?
The song, because that was a cover, right?
Well, the Heidi chord, Heidi, that's the...
It was a TV show.
It was a TV show. I think the original Heidi in South Africa was sung by Karika Kiesenkamp.
There we go. There we go.
But she sang that part of the Heidi. We wrote different verses and different, so we just kept that storyline kind of thing. Yeah, and we added a beat to it and wrote a different kind of song.
It was really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
And the other song that I like, actually an English song, Standing on the Edge. Yeah, that was...
Wrote that for my wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Wrote it for my wife. So we just were sitting there one day and we were dabbling with ideas, myself, Chris, and Ernst, and we came up with this melody. And then I went home and I wrote the lyrics, and went back the next time we recorded Standing on the Edge.
That's hectic. In one day?
Yeah. So it did really well for us, you know. And at that stage, I was known for Macy and Los Sloppy and all these different Hemel op Tafelberg and all Afrikaans songs. And then I came up with Standing on the Edge and went number 1 on KFM, number 1 on Highveld, and all over the place. And all the DJs were like, no, it can't be good, Darren.
And you reached a new audience.
Can't be the Macy guy. Yeah. Reached a new audience. But I kind of always say, I don't know what my audience is. Obviously, a lot of Afrikaans people buy my music, but I've got a very wide audience because I think music is a universal language kind of thing, and I think my music just puts people in a good mood.
Have you ever been overseas to like Germany, to Europe, to take your music there? Because I know that Afrikaans music is kind of big over there, or am I wrong?
I go about 8 times a year.
Really?
But obviously I do Australia, Canada, London, America, a lot of the different places for the expats.
Okay.
New Zealand for the
Is it a big following?
huge.
Wow.
Go there and you do Sydney and you've got 1,500 people in the audience. But when I do Holland and Germany, it's a different story because they know the songs because a lot of their artists and a lot of their top artists have recorded our songs. So Kaptein, Hemel op Tafelberg, Staan op, everything's been done in Dutch and German and Belgium. Redone.
That's hectic.
Where they pay us royalties for doing my songs. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So when I go there, it's weird because the people all like, oh, you're the guy that did Staan op. Yeah. I said, no, Jantjie Smit. Yeah. It was a big hit for Jan Smit in Holland, and there was Kaptein was a big hit for a German Schlager artist, like a massive hit. So we've had a lot of success there. So I go there at least 5-6 times a year and go and appear in Holland and Germany and the big festivals and whatever. Because I come there, I sing Afrikaans, and they find it charming, the language. You'd think that Afrikaans and Dutch are very close, but the Dutch find the Afrikaans a simpler version of Dutch, and they find it very charming.
Yeah, that's true, because Afrikaans is very straightforward. Dutch is kind of like, I don't know, a bit more...
Some of the things are turned around or whatever, so it's almost there. So I have to kind of do my interviews in between a mix of Afrikaans and English, and I have to sing in Afrikaans. They don't want me to sing in Dutch, they want me to sing in Afrikaans, which is great.
So tell me about some of the festivals that you've done here in South Africa, and of course some of those festivals take place every year, sometimes you're there every year. Is that straining on you?
Vocal-wise, or?
Yeah, well, in every way. I mean, you're doing a festival this week, next week you're here, next week you're there.
We've been doing it for
How do you manage that?
We've been doing it for so long, so you do the festivals all the time. I mean, we did a couple of weeks ago, we did in Bos, you sing in front of 40,000-50,000 people. Skouspel, which ran at Sun City for 14 years.
Is it finished now?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens next year. But Skouspel I did for 13 years.
Wow.
Skouspel, you couldn't get bigger than that. You know, that's a Sun City Super Bowl, full 6 times kind of thing.
That's epic.
So I've done that often. All the big festivals, Artop, KAK&K. And the amazing thing is the amount of English people that go to these festivals because they just love the vibe there.
It is. It's a cool vibe.
Lose themselves in that vibe, and they just check all these oaks just having a party, and they want to be part of it.
And Afrikaans girls are good looking too, so it's always a win-win.
Afrikaans girls are always good looking. I married one.
There we go.
Yeah.
So have you got children?
Yeah, but one and one coming in October.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I got one child of 22 months, and then that's Kyra, a little baby girl, and I got a little baby boy coming in October.
Oh man, that's amazing, man. Have you got a name yet?
No, we don't.
Are you still?
We're still trying to figure that one out.
Oh, wow.
It's difficult, yeah.
And how does that affect your schedule? Having a wife, having children, having another baby on the way. How do you put that all into one?
Just got to make it work, I suppose. My wife's very understanding. We met 12 years ago, so she kind of knows what I do, and she knew what I did. So she kind of just wanted to be part of it, not of my life, not part of my career. She's not the kind of person that hangs around backstage and gets flustered by all these events and whatever. She's not into that at all, kind of thing. She enjoys just coming out with me sometimes and just having a jol. But she's got a master's in psychology. She's a very clever girl. Does a lot of her own thing, kind of thing. But no, you just make it fit, eh? Even the kids, just make it fit into the schedule and it just works.
We're in conversation with Kurt. Darren, Kurt, you still here? You still enjoying yourself?
Loving it, yeah.
Cool, man. So you're speaking about your wife just now. So she obviously met you not as Kurt Darren the pop star, but she met you as Kurt Darren the man.
No, she met me as Kurt Darren the pop star because she was in one of my music videos.
Oh, really?
Which is very cheesy, but it just worked out. She was a model. She was Miss Bikini South Africa.
Did you follow her, or did she come to you, or did you meet?
I chased her, eh?
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Was it hard?
There were 5 girls at the shoot for the video for Staan Op, and she just stood out amongst all of them, and I knew that was the one. No, she made it very difficult.
Really? Oh man! But now you guys are married. How long have you been married?
Been married for 5 years.
Nice, man. Nice. So tell me about you on your 24th album. That is crazy, man. Was that all together, like including English and Afrikaans, everything together? Over how many years?
Since 95.
So that's like 21 years. So it's basically an album a year.
Album a year. Sometimes we did a couple. I did a couple of English albums on the way as well after the Afrikaans stuff. A few years ago, I did a Kurt Darren with Love met Liefde, which was mainly an English love songs album. I did an English album as well of originals about 4 or 5 years ago. It's available on iTunes. We've got another. Well, I've still got so many albums out there we haven't released that I've recorded. Like another album of love songs I've recorded and never released it yet. I did a whole album with the Soweto Gospel Choir. We did a whole album. It could be a double album. We did like 30 songs, South African songbook kind of thing. We did all the big songs of South Africa at SABC Studios, and we haven't released it yet. And that was about 5 years ago.
That's hectic. So you still got a lot of music to come.
Yeah, we've got all that stuff we've got to release, but we just got to see when's the right time to release that kind of thing, you know. So yeah, we're just playing it by ear and just carrying on writing and having a jol.
So there might be an English CD in the works a bit later on. Awesome, man. So you've got an English fan base and an Afrikaans fan base, so obviously you have to try and cater to everybody's needs. And is that difficult?
No, but the funny thing is when I see an English person at the show and they come, I say, what's your name? And they say Kevin, or they say Mary, and I go, Mary. I said, English? I said, I would have sung some English songs. I said, no, sing your Afrikaans stuff.
You don't sing your English songs at the concert?
Some of the stuff, I suppose. Standing the edge, I'll do a couple of English things, but they want me to sing Afrikaans stuff.
So Kurt Darren, can I ask you, how old are you now?
No one knows.
I don't know. Give us a figure, like roughly. 40s? Are you in your 40s? Yeah,
I'm in my 40s.
Okay, because I want to ask you, how do you still like do those like moves? Have you still got the moves going on there? And how does it affect your body? Because obviously you know that you want to get on the stage, you want to do your thing, but your body's telling you, "Oi, Kurt, hold on there, buddy." How do you get through that?
I just do it. I don't know. Maybe I'm singing fit. But I still do those things. I can go do an hour and a half or 2 hours of a show, and without taking a break. So you'll see me do an hour and a half without pausing between every song, without telling a story between. I'll do an hour and a half continuous of just music and dancing. That's it. I've done it for so long now. It's that's my exercise kind of thing. So I'm quite fit when it comes to singing, dancing at the same time for a long time. So yes, I'm over 40, but it hasn't come.
It's only a number, right?
Yeah, it really is only a number, you know. I have a lot of energy left in me, and I have a lot of music left in me, so I don't think age is going to really down me too quickly.
And tell me about some of the moments that stand out in your career, like people that you've maybe met or shows that you've performed at. Tell us about some of those moments, the moments that you say, wow, this is amazing for me being able to do this, or to be able to meet this person. Tell us about some of those moments.
I've met awesome people. You know, I did Nelson Mandela's 90th birthday in London. That was amazing, and I met him quite a few times.
Did he know who you are?
Yeah, really? No, and the amazing thing is, you know, I took him silk cufflinks, and when I sat down, he asked me about Afrikaans music, and, you know, how's it going with Afrikaans music, and I just thought, you know, this guy really doesn't have to bother himself with Afrikaans music. He knew everything. I gave him, and he signed a book for me and stuff, and just his aura was amazing, you know, and that was a great honor. And obviously being at his 90th birthday, we got to appear with Will Smith, who else was there? Amy Winehouse, just before she passed away.
Oh, you got to meet her?
Queen. Amy Winehouse, I got a picture of Amy Winehouse leaning on my shoulder, trying to see Queen on the stage. I've still got that photo. Who else? Uma Thurman was there just as a...
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Elton John.
Wow.
Oprah. So we've met all those different people over the years, and it's just been an amazing journey. I think the moment stands out for me most was my first gold album. That was the Macy Macy album, Netja Leon, in 2001, I think, 2001, 2002. I got my first gold album. And it stands out, even since then, I've never had an album that hasn't gone gold since. I'm on 21 gold albums now. But that first one has always stood out for me as a moment I'll never forget.
You got that in your home on your wall?
No, I haven't actually.
Really?
It's in storage, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I mean, I've been very lucky with that over the years, and that we've had a constant thing. We've had a couple of double platinums on the way and quadruple platinums and stuff, but that first gold album will always stand out.
So tell me about the fame. Of course, Kurt Darren, everyone knows who Kurt Darren is. Of course, you've done music, you've done some films as well. We'll get to that in a moment. How does that fame affect you when you go to a mall? You just, you're off there, you want to go grab a few things. People are coming, can we take a selfie? Can we take a picture? How does that affect you?
I don't know. I'm not a guy that stays at home and hides in my room. Even at a festival, I'm not a guy that sits in a hotel and I'll go out, The only thing I can't do is at a festival walk in the stalls and stuff. Yeah. Because that's and in Cape Town, living in Cape Town now, you get all these awesome festivals, cheese and wine or whatever, and you just want to go taste some cheese and taste some wine and stuff, but it's difficult sometimes because you just get pulled away the whole time and pulled away from your wife and your child. But that's just part of the business, If you didn't want that, you shouldn't, I sing for the love of singing, but unfortunately the fame comes with it. Yeah. But you just got to just go with the moment. I think you start worrying if the people don't call you anymore to come and take a photo. That's when you've got to start getting worried. So I saw once when I was a very young singer, a very famous actor turn someone away for a photo rudely. Oh, wow. And that person was so distraught. I made up my mind to never do that. So I will never turn down someone unless it's some drunk woman.
Have you had
trying to rip my jacket off?
Have you had strange things like that happen to you, like odd requests and stuff like that?
Start on my ankle and I get a tattoo done on the signature, stuff like that.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there's been that kind of stuff, and but you kind of.
Or is that normal? It's part of the game.
Yeah. I've had fun, I've travelled over the world doing what I do. So I represented South Africa, went to Cannes. The Cannes, it's called the Midam Music Festival. Every year they have it, where it's all the big music producers and music makers in the world get together every year. And we went, and it was South African year. And it was myself, Lyra, and the Parlotones, and we opened this festival.
Cannes awesome, man. And so is Lyra, also an amazing person.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's beautiful as well. Yeah. I hope her husband's not watching, or boyfriend. I don't know. They're married, right?
Husband. Yeah. No, look, I mean, there's amazing people out there, but I've had a lot of good things happen. Yeah. It's more good than bad. I think it comes with the fame. I think it's something we can't cry about.
In conversation with Kurt Darren. Kurt, you're still enjoying yourself? Coming to nearly the end of our interview, which I'm sad about, man, because I've enjoyed the chat. You must come back again. You're welcome anytime, man. Yeah. So tell me I just want to touch on the movie side. Of course, you've done a couple of movies. Tell us about that.
I think the movie side is just a fun thing. I'd like to do it. I'd like to produce movies one day.
Take you seriously, though.
Yeah, I think so. But I'd like to produce or direct movies one day. I think that will be my forte. I think the acting thing must be left to trained people that can act. I think to a degree we all singers can kind of do something acting-wise because you're on a stage and you're talking to people the whole time, kind of thing. But you get trained actors that get...
And you do music videos, cameras and stuff like that.
Videos and all that kind of stuff, whatever. But I think a trained actor is a trained actor. But when we do music, when we do movies, when we get involved in movies, I just have a lot of fun. I've been involved in, I think, about five different movies now. And every time I've had fun, I've either worked with Fresh or with Rob van Vuuren or...
What was that movie called with Rob van Vuuren? With John Savage,
Yeah.
And then you were in a Jeep there. singing to the rhinos. That was cool.
Yeah. So we've had a lot of we've had a lot of fun doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But if I get the opportunity, I'd like to do a proper acting role in a.
Have you not done that yet?
Well, I mean, I've had my own movie out there called Aclifio.
Yes.
Where I played the lead role. Yeah, I played the lead role and I did a song and whatever. But I kind of want I'd love to have either a funny or a serious or an action.
Leon Schuss is getting on now, so maybe you can, pass the baton.
or an action thing like a Liam Neeson kind of Taken thing.
He's also getting on, eh?
I wouldn't mind doing that in a Cape Town setting.
Yes, that would be awesome, eh?
I think I could do something like that.
I was actually in Cape Town a couple of days ago, and I was 25 Hours to Live, new movie that's coming out. I was actually seeing Ethan Hawke do his thing. Obviously couldn't go near him because obviously he's filming. And I was like, wow, man, that's amazing. Cape Town is just open. Well, South Africa, the movie industry is just, Hollywood is here.
Well, especially Cape Town, with the film studios and everything now, but Cape Town is kind of the mecca, and then when the guys come here, they can have a jolly as well, because Cape Town is the most beautiful city.
It is, and you've moved here now, so you're liking it, you're enjoying it?
Loving it. I don't mind the weather at all. To me, the weather's not as bad as everyone made it out to be. Been here for a year and a half. We live in the Franschhoek Valley, so for us, I mean, all the best wine farms. And
you go to wine tastings and stuff?
Oh, plenty.
You take me with sometime.
Yeah, no, I love that kind of thing, I love just getting out with my wife and just going and visiting nice restaurants and nice wine tasting.
So tell me about some of the shows that you got coming up that people can check out.
The Super Socky thing's quite big now. We've got Grand West the 30th of September. I've got a show with Refense in the Kraaifontein Saal 19th of August. And then I've got a Super Socky cruise, my own cruise, between the 25th and 28th of November.
Oh wow!
End of the year. I've got a.
Is that your own cruise?
Yeah.
Can I come?
You can come. Can you sing?
No.
I could take 3 singers with.
Oh, okay. No, I can't sing, but maybe I'll try. You can train me before then,
Here we go. We've got 4 months. So I got that coming up, which is going to be a lot of fun, and there's so much more stuff. We've got a great thing for Valentine's next year. Oh. We just tied up now 2 hours ago with the Grand West.
Oh, hectic.
I think the biggest ballads ever. Kind of.
Like English and Afrikaans, a mix?
I think it's mostly English.
Okay. Oh, so you're going to be singing English?
Yeah. I do a lot of English, I do a lot of...
if you sing Standing on the Edge, I'll be there.
Yeah. No, I'm going to do a lot of English live stuff. So we'll see. I'll do some Elton John, Phil Collins.
Oh, man.
Who knows?
Do you like doing those covers?
Yeah. I grew up doing...
Did you release an album with like covers and stuff?
With Love.
Yes, that was awesome. I like that. Because some people need to... It's nice to hear somebody's take on that song, and you do it in a way that you like, and I like that. It's really cool.
I stripped it down a bit and did it my way. That's what the show will be like. So it'll be a Valentine's show with that kind of vibe, and I think Cape Town's going to love it.
Awesome, man. So your album is out. Tell us about the new album.
New album's called Sal Jy Met My Dance.
Excel.
So it's asking everyone out there to dance. I think we all got the dance gene hidden in us somewhere. I'm trying to...
And I think South Africa needs to dance to get rid of all the
so much depression on the papers and the polls and newspapers, whatever. I think it's time to get out there and just have some fun. So it's called Sal Jy Met My Dance, and it's a collection of just great fun songs, songs that are doing really well out there. It's been out for about 2 months now, and it's doing really well. It's been on top of iTunes Afrikaans for quite a while, and Is that still humbling for you? And there are so many other artists out there, but you are still ranking up there as number one. Is that like a humbling experience for you? No, 100%. But like I said, I don't like competing against other artists. I compete against my last product. Yeah. And if the people outside enjoy my new offering, then I'm happy. We worked hard on it, put a lot of work into it, and hopefully we've come out with a couple of great songs.
Awesome. So, Darren, thank you for your time, man.
Thank you.
Of course, I like one of the songs on the album. I'm just going to mention that, the one with the leeu.
Soos 'n leeu sal ek brul.
Ek hou van daai een, man.
Like a lion, I will roar.
Yeah. And the Lions are doing well. They're playing some good rugby, man.
Exactly.
I think that they've got a chance of winning the Super 18. I don't know how many it is now, but they've got a chance of winning the Super Rugby competition. They're
playing some great.
So they've adapted that song. They've taken it on.
Yeah, apparently they've been playing at the stadium and kind of spurs them.
So they said bye-bye to Robbie Wessels. Now they've taken the leeu loop. Now, Robbie, we love you, man. We're only teasing,
you,
eh? Yeah, we do. Listen, Kurt, Darren, thank you for your time, man.
Thank you.
And where can we find you on social media?
So social media, my Twitter is @KurtOfficial. On Facebook, I think it's Kurt Darren. You search that, musician or fan site or something like that. Kurt Darren, musician.
Yeah.
And on Instagram, I think you just search under Kurt Darren, you'll find me there. What else is there?
Yeah, that's enough. That's okay.
Yeah.
We won't give out your number and stuff. No.
I know my wife's got my number.
Yeah. Kurt, thank you for your time, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Another episode of Talking Point here with Stephen Taylor. Make sure that you are getting involved with the show at Stephen Taylor SA on Facebook and Twitter. And of course, just facebook.com/Talking Point. I'll catch you back next week, same time, same place. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.